Hi guys, Ramon Goose here, and in this video we're going to be looking at the guitars of Grant Green. Grant was born on June the 6th, 1935 in St. Louis, Missouri, USA. Green performed his first gig at the age of 13 as a member of the gospel music ensemble. His early influences were Charlie Christian, Charlie Parker, Lester Young and Jimmy Rainey. His first recordings in St. Louis were with tenor saxophonist Jimmy Forrest for the United label, where Green played alongside drummer Elvin Jones. Green was introduced to Alfred Lyon of Blue Note Records by saxophonist Lou Donaldson, who Green had been performing with. Green's recording relationship with Blue Note Records was to last, with a few exceptions, throughout the 1960s. From 61 to 65, Green in fact made more appearances on Blue Note LPs as a leader or sideman than anybody else. Okay guys, let's check out the guitars that Green used throughout his career. Grant's first guitar was an old Harmony, which his father purchased for him. He used this guitar with the gospel group that toured the local churches. This photo here is Grant Green playing at the Holy Barbarian in St. Louis in 1959. There is a rare album available that captures his performance at the Holy Barbarian with the Sam Lazar Band. And whilst performing with this outfit, you can see that Green is using a Fender Stratocaster. This of course is the earlier style Stratocaster with an ash body and a maple neck. Green's first solo debut album was Grant's First Stand, and this was recorded, like most of the early Blue Note albums, in a single day on January the 28th, 1961. The album cover art by Francis Wolff shows a very dapper looking Green with his Gibson ES330. From when he first arrived in New York City around 1960, Green used a Gibson ES330. The ES330 is often considered an offshoot of the ES335. It looks similar, but the two guitars differ considerably. And like a classic jazz guitar, the ES330 is fully hollow, which is unlike the semi-solid ES335. And because of its hollow construction, the ES330 demands a trapeze tailpiece because there's no center block to mount a stop bar tailpiece. The guitars were sometimes prone to feedback and boom. This resulted in Green having a slightly edgier tone than many of his jazz guitar peers. Green also used a mild distortion as early as 1961 on Grant's Dimensions, although this is likely down to the ES330's P90 pickups overdriving his amp. Green's friend George Benson said that Green's tone came from his amp's settings, which were low bass and treble and then boosted mid-range. Green played his ES330 until the mid-1960s. This next guitar is a 1930s Gibson L7 with a McCarty pickguard pickup from the 1940s, which Green mounted on his guitar. The McCarty pickguard had a single coil Gibson pickup, which was similar to a P90. The pickup used the Alnico 5 magnets, and the pickup is essentially a floating pickup. Green used this guitar on the Idle Moments album. The L7 featured a 17-inch wide body and an X-brace top. Along with the spruce top, it featured a maple back and sides. It had a 1 11/16 nut width and elaborate pearl picture frame inlays. Green used flat wound strings 14 through to 58 and used a small heavy guitar pick. Green's next guitar was an Epiphone Emperor, and this was another non-cutaway model with the same McCarty scratch plate mounted pickup. Green can be seen playing the Epiphone in a trio with fellow jazz great Barney Kessel and Kenny Burrell. It was from footage filmed at Ronnie Scott's London Club in 1969 and is some of the only film footage of Green known to exist. Another great YouTube video worth checking out is the 1969 Grant Green concert live in Paris. This is one of my favourite YouTube videos ever, and it features Green playing his beautiful blonde Epiphone Emperor. The Emperor was Epiphone's flagship guitar, and it was known as the Super 400 Killer. It had a huge 18.5-inch lower bout. The expanded body size was the largest of any production guitar. It was designed for the swing-era rhythm players who were continually looking for increased volume and tonal range. The guitar featured flamed maple back and sides and a spruce top. It also featured the unique Epiphone frequencator tailpiece. It had a nut width of 1 11/16 and a scale length of 25.5 inches. This next guitar is a Dear Kisto New Yorker. It was handmade for Green in 1972. It has an 18-inch body and it's finished in tobacco sunburst. It features a spruce top and flame maple back and sides. Along with a maple neck, it has an ebony fretboard and mother of pearl inlays. On the fingerboard you can see Grant Green's name on mother of pearl, and the headstock also has New Yorker inlaid in mother of pearl. According to Green's son, Grant Green Jr., his father loved the guitar so much that he spent days without putting it down. Green said that the Kisto plays easier and sounds better than any guitar he ever had. The neck shape was just right for him, allowing smooth playing. He also described the tone as funky and pretty at the same time. After Grant Green's death, the guitar was acquired by George Benson, and it belonged in his collection for many years, until he sold the guitar to Rudy Pencer. The pickup on the Kisto was a Diamond FHC pickup and rod clamp assembly. Essentially, it's a floating pickup secured by a clamp on the strings between the bridge and the tailpiece. Bill Lawrence, a one-time design engineer with Gibson, offered to make a special low-impedance pickup for Green, just as he had done for Wes Montgomery. Grant accepted the offer and says his special pickup sounds better than the Diamond. Lawrence made an L450A5 pickup with a 0.5 Henry inductance. Green replaced the Diamond pickup with the Bill Lawrence pickup. And in this photo here you can see him with the Bill Lawrence pickup. Check out Green's cover of Easy by Lionel Richie to hear this pickup in action. Thanks guys for checking out this video. Don't forget to subscribe because we've got loads more videos just like this one coming very soon. God bless, take care.